Welcome back to TFAX, your go-to source for the latest buzz from the world of entertainment. Today, we're diving into 4 unique stories that you won't want to miss. First up, we have a heartfelt story about Joan Vassos from the Golden Bachelorette as she gears up to honor her late husband at a charity walk. We'll explore her emotional journey and the significance of her efforts to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer. Next, Joan Vassos is back in the spotlight, this time addressing the critics and sharing her thoughts on love and relationships later in life with her fiancé, Chock Chapple. What does she think about rushing into marriage? Let's find out. And in a surprising twist, Joan reacts to the upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise. What does she have to say about the show's potential to create love stories? You'll love her insights. Finally, we'll wrap up with a fun and candid moment from the Golden Bachelorette's Pascal, Ibgui, and Bensimon as they discuss their dating experiences and what went wrong during their time together. You won't believe what they revealed. Stay tuned as we unpack these stories and more on today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump right in. Starting off with our first story, Joan Vassos, the beloved star of the Golden Bachelorette, is stepping into the spotlight for a deeply meaningful cause. She is set to honor her late husband, John, at the PanCAN PurpleStride charity walk. John, who battled pancreatic cancer before passing away in 2021, was a generous and philanthropic man, and Joan wants to ensure his legacy lives on. In an exclusive interview, Joan shared, "My family and I had been talking about how to honor John. We never could come up with anything that felt right. Everything seemed too mundane. Then PanCAN approached me, and it clicked. It was perfect because it was exactly what John would have wanted." Joan expressed her gratitude for being able to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer, a disease that is often overlooked. "Unless you get an MRI or a PET scan, there's really no way to detect it," she explained. "It goes undetected for so long that by the time people are diagnosed, it's often too late." On April 26, she will gather alongside her 4 adult children, grandchildren, and friends at the walk in Washington, D.C. Notably, her fiancé, Chock Chapple, won't be able to attend due to work commitments, but Joan reassuringly stated, "He is very understanding and supportive of my dedication to keeping John's memory alive." Joan emphasized how important it is for her to talk about John, saying, "I'm so lucky that I get to keep talking about him and why I'm involved in this cause. It keeps his memory alive." She hopes to inspire others to contribute to the fight against pancreatic cancer, urging, "If every one of my followers gave just $1, we could raise significant funds for research and support." With her unwavering spirit and dedication, Joan Vassos not only honors her husband's legacy, but also paves the way for greater awareness of pancreatic cancer, a disease that desperately needs attention and resources. Moving on to our second story, Joan Vassos is back in the limelight, this time addressing the public's curiosity and critiques regarding her relationship with fiancé Chock Chapple. In an exclusive interview, Joan candidly shared her thoughts, saying, "I feel like I owe The Bachelor something because I want people to actually see that this was successful. You can find love later in life, and you can find love on a show. Lots of us do." Despite the mixed opinions surrounding reality TV romances, Joan believes in the validity of her connection with Chock, explaining, "There are lots of very successful bachelor couples out there. Just because some don't succeed, it doesn't mean it's not possible to find genuine love." She also reflected on her recent vacation in Punta Cana with other show participants, pointing out that many still face inquiries about their relationship status. Joan emphasized the unique journey of reality dating shows, stating, "It's important for people to recognize that it's a very weird journey. You take a leap of faith at the end. You think this is your person, but you haven't seen how they treat others or how they interact in various settings." She noted that for her and Chock, things have been smooth since they got engaged on the finale of the Golden Bachelorette. "There's no rush to get married," as Joan explained. "Chock and I are enjoying this phase of our relationship. We're spending time getting to know each other and our kids, and we both feel there's no need to rush into planning a wedding." Joan, who has 4 adult children, added, "I'm over the biological clock. We're just having fun together." Joan and Chock are also navigating the ups and downs of a high-profile relationship, saying, We didn't realize the opportunities would continue after the show. It's been a jet-set life, and we cherish our time together, both in public and private. Ultimately, Joan Vassos wants to serve as an example to others who are dating later in life, declaring, "For people in their 60s, this can be one of the best times of your life. You finally have time, resources, and the ability to enjoy life fully." With every challenge and joy, Joan is determined to embrace this new chapter with Chock by her side. Now, let's dive into our third story. Joan Vassos has some exciting news for fans of the franchise as she reacts to the latest twist in Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. In an exclusive interview, she expressed her enthusiasm, saying, "I love it. I think it's such a cool opportunity. I've always been a huge fan of Paradise. It feels like many successful couples have emerged from there." Joan highlighted the unique nature of Bachelor in Paradise, explaining, "Unlike the original shows, there's a lot more downtime where you're together. You're not going on forced dates, you're just hanging out on the beach, and that allows for real connections to form." With the announcement that this season will feature stars from both the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette, Joan believes it's a perfect chance for these contestants to find love once again. Some of them have met each other already, but many haven't. This season will provide the opportunity for them to connect in a more relaxed environment, she shared. Joan is also thrilled to see her fellow cast members return to the spotlight. "I know many of the Golden Bachelor women and Golden Bachelorette men would be great matches. They've all shared such meaningful stories that resonate with the audience and each other," she remarked. Reflecting on her own experience, Joan said, "The men from my season really opened up and grew a lot. They mentioned having therapy sessions during the show, and that gave them confidence. A lot of them have paired off since then, but anyone who isn't dating seriously would be a fantastic fit for Paradise." Joan even humorously admitted to attempting some matchmaking herself, saying, "I tried to match a few couples from our season, but none of them worked out. Clearly, my matchmaking skills need some work." Despite the challenges, she remains optimistic about the potential love connections Bachelor in Paradise will foster. As fans eagerly anticipate the new dynamics of this season, Joan Vassos adds an exciting perspective, sharing her belief that viewers will be captivated by the stories and romances that unfold. "I think it's going to be great TV. People already love these personalities, and bringing them back together will only amplify that interest." Finally, we wrap up with an intriguing moment involving Pascal Ibgui and Kelly Bensimon from the Golden Bachelorette. In a recent podcast episode, the two stars opened up about their experience on the show and why things didn't quite work out between them. Pascal, reflecting on their time together, stated, "There was a moment when we were talking about a potential date, and Kelly mentioned going to the Viagra Triangle for burgers and beer. That turned me off a bit." He continued, "I would have preferred to take her to a nice restaurant with a beautiful setting where we could have a meaningful conversation. It was just not what I envisioned for our date." In response, Kelly clarified her choice of words, explaining, "I was trying to be playful, referencing my Playboy cover from 2010, but I see now how it might not have been the best approach." She expressed her regret, saying, "There are so many beautiful places we could have gone to, and I really appreciate the idea of creating special memories around a nice dinner." Despite this awkward exchange, both Pascal and Kelly emphasized the respect they have for one another. Kelly shared, "I appreciate Pascal for who he is, and I know he's a great guy wanting to find a genuine connection." Pascal reiterated this sentiment, adding, "We learned a lot from this experience, and I wish her the best." As both stars navigate their dating journeys, they remind fans that relationships can be complicated and that learning from each other is a part of that process. Pascal candidly mentioned, "I'm still single, not because no one wants me, but because the one I want doesn't want me back. I'm just looking for the right connection." Overall, their interaction serves as a reminder that even in the world of reality TV, genuine feelings and challenges exist. With their unique stories and lessons learned, viewers are left wanting to see what the future holds for both Pascal and Kelly as they continue their journeys to find love.